Hello class, this is Anita, and tonight my audience is going to be my husband who's videoing, and the target audience would be either applicants who are just joining the fire department or someone just going into the fire academy. We're going to demonstrate how to remove a pack from the seat of the fire engine, how to change out the tank, and how to reinstall it in the seat. First, you would sit down in the seat, put the straps over, pull the ripcord which releases the tank, and you would pull out the tank, and then we'll come down and we'll demonstrate how to check the tank for pressure and how to do weekly maintenance on the tank and the pack. First thing you do is check your PSI, and you want it to be at least 20 or higher. So we're going to turn on the valve, and you'll hear the bell. Then you will check the pass monitor and check the battery, and then also you want to check the pressure on your pass valve also. The battery it shows the battery here, and if the batteries are low, then you have to actually replace the batteries in the pack. So then, now that we've checked the pressure, we're going to turn off the valve, then release the mask, open up the valve, and that releases the air that was built up in the system. Then we're going to, that's what happens whenever you don't move around in the pack. That's an alarm that is actually if you're in a fire, and you can tell if someone hasn't moved, and that's where you can find them to rescue them. So then you're going to, we've turned off the valve, then we're going to turn off the pass. Now everything's turned off, and check and make sure that the valve here is tight, where it has the seal that actually transmits the hose to the air. Then we're going to reinstall the pack into the seat, and we're going to demonstrate how we do that. If you had to change out, you would have an extra air tank here, and you would want to check the pressure on it before you install a new one. So now we're going to reinstall this into the seat. First thing you do is you lift up on the headrest, lift up the pack, push it to the back as far as it'll go. Make sure your shoulder harnesses are out and you're able to get to those. Then there's a clamp that actually comes through the handle. You run it through one side of the handle, back through the other side of the handle, and then there's a little pin that you push the device back into that actually will lock it back into place. Pull on it, make sure it locked, and then pull on the strap and make sure it's tight in there. Then after you have it secured, you will pull the rip cord, place it in the armrest of the seat so that it's easy to get to for the next person that sits down in the seat. And that's really important for when we're going to these fires. If these are not installed correctly, they're hard to get on, or you're unable to pack out on the way to a fire. The reason you want to be packed out once you arrive is so that once you get there, you can immediately take action. The next thing to do is to make sure that the back straps and the shoulder harnesses are placed over the seat rest, because when people sit down in the seat, they actually ride with their backs against these packs. These packs are really important, as this is the only supply of air that a firefighter has whenever they're fighting a fire, especially like in a structure fire, or you're fighting a fire that there's heavy smoke. And you have to wear these, and they attach to an actual mask that allows you to breathe clean, fresh air while you're fighting a fire. The other thing is to, on these tanks, we have these covers that protect the grooves on these air packs, because that valve that fits over it, it has a seal that has to seal around it in order for it to work correctly. And they go on, they're really temperamental, so you have to be patient whenever you're placing those. So the main thing is to always, when you pull this tank, either when you're getting ready to refill it, or when you first take it and you're putting it on your pack, make sure you do not lose this little cap here, because it's really important. It protects those grooves. These tanks are highly flammable, so you don't want to like throw them around. You really want to take care of them. And that's about it for how to do the annual maintenance, or we actually do maintenance on a weekly basis to check those packs, because there's nothing more frustrating than getting in the engine, going to a fire, and you put your pack on and it doesn't work. And that's it.